So there was a huge storm that hit yesterday. Right now it's Tuesday night and I am in Phoenix, and this place got hit bad with a sandstorm, a dust storm. And it was supposed to be pretty calm today, but right now we're getting tons of lightning and the wind is kicking up again. Some dust kicking up as well. It's a fraction of the amount of dust that was getting kicked up last night. So I don't know what tonight's gonna be like, but I already hit some rain earlier today while I was driving, and right now we're getting a lightning show. It's pretty consistent right now. Yeah, my truck needs some repairs, so I'm here at the Phoenix Operating Center, and I'm gonna be spending the night here. But no rain yet here. It's cloudy, but a lot of lightning. Crazy. Yeah, so the storm finally hit. It's coming down. Not too hard right now, but it's coming down. And there's stuff flying all over the place. I don't know how much dust is in the air. Like in close proximity, you can't really tell, but like I go outside and a bunch of debris hits my eyes. I'm sure it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but my truck is rocking side to side. So the storm finally hit me, and it didn't last too long, but it came down hard. A lot of wind, lots of rain. Sometimes the yard gets some flooding, and I don't think we're gonna have that problem this time, but still a lot of water down here, and it's pretty crazy. You can't really tell in the video, but if you go outside, it is hairball. A lot of stuff just flying all over the place, and a lot of lightning, and it's pretty crazy. Like I said, this is nothing compared to yesterday, but it is still coming down pretty hard. Sitting here in Phoenix, over 100 degrees in the shade. In the sun, it's probably 125. Been here since 2 p.m., 3 p.m. yesterday, and right now it's about almost 1 o'clock. Had a situation where I needed to fix my mirror. I checked in, they told me there's a bunch of trucks in front of me, and then they took me in at 7 p.m. They fixed my mirror, and then they told me that I had issues with my tire and my brakes were bad. I just had an inspection like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I didn't have a problem then, but right now they're saying that my brakes are bad. So in the morning, at 5 in the morning or so, 5:10, 5:15, something like that, I took the truck into the shop, and they thought it was going to take a couple hours, and then it dragged on and dragged on and dragged on. Now it's been like over 7 hours, but come to realize that another truck and a trailer came in and took priority. They're going ahead of me, and I think they were almost done with my job. But I'm sitting, I mean, I don't know, it's what, 22 hours of wasted time already, 23 hours of wasted time, and I'm going crazy in this heat. I'm going crazy waiting. Yeah, the heat's not a big deal because I could just walk in and be in the air-conditioned facility, but you know, I'm out here because after a while you start going crazy. Anyway, not a happy camper right now. You know, this really sucks. You know, it's just wasted time. I don't come out of my house and live in a truck so that I could wait, you know, this long. I know it comes with the territory. I know that you have repairs and whatnot. I just don't like sitting around, to be honest. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it is a big deal because when you are expecting to move and you don't get to move, you know, every 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes is draining. I mean, this is more tiring than driving, waiting. Psychologically, you know, just it's not fun, you know, and you're not really making money, you know, you're just sitting here, and when you leave the house to drive, you don't have the comforts of home, or you're not chilling with your buddies or your wife, or, you know, you're just out on the road. Every minute that you're outside of the house is like working. Some people may say that you have personal time, but what personal time? You're either in your truck, you're either at a truck stop, or you're at like an operating center like this, and you're just sitting. I mean, what do? This is a sacrifice. You know, you come out of your house, you know, you don't have the freedoms that you normally have. I'm in San Jose right now, and this place sucks. You know, this week has been just a lot of negative energy, and it's tough, man. The days like these are really tough. I had 8 o'clock appointment, got here at 7:30, 7:20, and now it's almost 12 o'clock, and you know, they keep telling me it'll be about an hour, hour and a half, hour, you know, like that, and I kid you not, it's it's painful. You know, these some of these people could care less about you, about your time, or about anything. And the guy deliberately looked at my eyes and said he was going to take another hour and a half. The frustrating part about all of this is that, you know, I'm sitting here waiting. Another truck comes in, parks next to me, and he's waiting as well. And he tells me, "How long have you been here?" And I told him I had an 8 a.m. appointment. And they unload him, and then he already took off. And I'm still barely, like, they probably pulled out like 4 pallets. They pull out pallets, and then they don't do anything. And then there's a huge gap, and I don't know what's going on here, but they could care less what the driver's needs are. You know, I asked them, you know what, I need to get on the road. I'm limited on time, and you know, they say, oh yeah, you know, they'll take care of me. But he's telling me now that, oh yeah, you know, it's a long weekend. There's gonna be a lot of traffic anyway, and blah blah blah. Like he's planning my driving for me. You know, I don't want to make this video full of negative energy, but it's bad. You know, this week is bad. I'm getting the miles, but the amount of waiting and BS that I have to, you know, sit through is just ridiculous. I mean, psychologically, if you don't have the mental fortitude to withstand some of this BS, you don't belong in trucking. You know, I'm losing it this week. I normally have a pretty big capacity, and I try to have, you know, a positive outlook, but it's ridiculous. It's getting really bad. You know, I hope I could squeeze in all my assignments for this week, because I'm running out of time fast, and a lot of the time is just sitting and waiting. I just hope they get me out of here soon. You know, it's because this is getting ridiculous, and all these trucks coming in after me, and they're still able to get out of here before me. So I stopped off here at Fraser Mountain in Lebec, California, right by the Grapevine, and I stopped here for some barbecue. We will see how it is. This place looks legit though. Got some pork ribs, hopefully it's good. But yeah, the vibes are good. The guy who he probably owns it, met him, he seems pretty chill, so pretty cool. Nice joint. So the moment of truth, the great unveiling of barbecue ribs. That looks pretty delicious. We'll give it a shot. I'll let you know how it is. So I started working on this thing, and so far so good. The pork ribs are good. I wish the portion was a little bit bigger than this, but you know, 3 ribs, it's not bad. It's probably better that I'm not eating that much, but the beans are bomb, and the coleslaw is legit. It's good. It's a solid barbecue. So if you're on the 5 freeway and you ever stop at Lebec, right across from the Flying J, off of Fraser Mountain right here, is the barbecue place. So check them out, and I hope you enjoyed the food. Yeah, as if it couldn't get worse. Got a flat on my trailer. Tire is mangled. Jeez, annoying. Yeah, I almost made a huge mistake. There's another flat tire inside as well. So I got 2 tires that ripped. One here, which is the number 12 tire, and then the number 15 tire here. So it's a double whammy. Wow, crazy. Yeah, I was on the phone with Verizon, waiting on hold for about almost an hour because the service went out. I didn't know it was Verizon that was having a problem, and I thought it was my phone that was wigging out, and I kept resetting everything, trying to fix everything, took out the SIM card, did all kinds of stuff. You know, they told me that there was a problem in my area, and then when I was on hold longer, they said there is no problem in my area. And then I hear that there's a nationwide Verizon outage, but it's kind of sporadic and it's only affecting some people. Now here's the catcher, is that I have Verizon hotspot in my truck, and the hotspot was working fine. Go figure. You know, the internet's working fine, so if I go Wi-Fi, I could connect with my with my truck, with my hotspot in my truck, you know, and I didn't have any problems. But you know, my phone, I could make calls, I could receive calls, I could do texts, you know, but I couldn't get any data. So no GPS, it's just a lot of things that I used the phone for, and I couldn't do it. So while I was waiting for the truck tire repair guy to show up, I was on hold with them forever. And then after a while, I looked at my phone, and all of a sudden the 5G is working. You know, the 5G symbol is back up. And I realized at that point, okay, it's a problem on their end, because I rebooted my phone like 5 times. I reset everything over and over again. It was wigging me out, and then I found out that it wasn't my fault. It was my phone that was malfunctioning. It was a software issue on their end. So go figure. On top of all the stuff, all the stupid stuff that I'm dealing with, I had to deal with that, and I was kind of wigging out a little bit, because when you go through one problem after another, you don't have the capacity to go through more problems. You just everything. You're very thin. Your capacity is very low, and wanting to deal with one more problem. So yeah, go figure, right? But everything's working now, and you would have thought that on top of everything, that would have went bad too, and I would have needed to change my phone out or take my phone in and get it fixed. What a headache. What's going on, my people? It's been a crazy week. I'm here in Avenal. It's about I don't know, probably like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock on a Saturday night, and this is the place where I got my side view mirror hit a couple weeks ago. But I'm back here because, I kid you not, you can't make this stuff up. I'm driving on the road, and truck comes by, honks. I look over, and he's like giving me the signal that my tire's flat. And I look, and I can't see anything, and the truck seems like it's running fine. Anyway, I get off here on Avenal, and I realize that one of my tires is flat. And then upon further inspection, my second tire is flat. The tire guy is here fixing everything, and he's telling me that he has to replace 4 tires. That's how bad. But you know what? When I inspected the trailer, it wasn't that bad. He said two are obviously ripped, and then I guess the other couple were not doing well, like they were about to go. So always with truck driving, you need your plan A. When you're trip planning, you do have your plan A, and that's if everything goes smoothly. You're going to go from point A to point B, unload, do all the stuff you need to do, right? And then you got your contingency plan B and contingency plan C, just in case traffic, just in case flat tire, just in case whatever. You have to have a backup plan, and then a backup plan after that, and know kind of ahead of time how you're going to handle it, how you're going to let the company know if something goes wrong or whatever. The last thing you want to do is be really tight on time and then try to make everything on plan A, because stuff happens all the time in trucking, all the time. Like today for me, right? And this whole week for me, actually. Everything was delayed. I've been to contingency plan B and C almost every day this week. It was a pain in the butt. And, that's the way you're going to keep your sanity. Expectation management, by knowing what your contingency plans are. Because if you don't, I kid you not, a lot of truck drivers, plan A doesn't go right, and they're wigging out. They're losing it. Plan A doesn't go right day 1, plan A doesn't go right day 2, plan A by day 3, they're losing it. That's why you need these contingency plans. And it's not just for trucking, it's for life in general. You want to have backup plans, what if scenarios. And I'm not saying you need to be paranoid, you just need to be prepared and cautious. And you're not going to cover all your bases in every aspect of your life, or else you will live life like a freak, But in certain areas, especially when it means a lot, or it's like you're a truck driver, when it comes to trucking and planning your trips, yeah, you need plan B, plan C ready. And the more experience you have, the less you can make mistakes, and the more better you can make contingency plan B and C more realistic. Now, today, I was trying to get up to near the Stockton area so that I could shut down up there. And then I was going to wake up and head out about 6 in the morning and get to my 7 a.m. Delivery. Guess what? That's not going to happen. So I stopped here at Avenal, which is like 2 hours and 30 to 40 minutes away. And so what's going to happen is I have to wake up at 3:30 in the morning now, leave here at 4 a.m. and try to get there with ample time without being late to Stockton, and hopefully there's no traffic and everything, but I don't even have too much time left on my 70 for this week. And so after that, I'm going to be heading out back down to Ontario, and then at home. I'll be lucky if I get home at 5 p.m. and I'm supposed to meet people for dinner, so, and then after that, Monday night, I'm back at the truck. So it's, it's grueling. This week did not go as planned at all. And so I'm going way into Sunday evening in driving. So it is what it is. I'll only end up with like 22 and a half, maybe 2,300 miles max this week, which isn't that good for all the time I've been on the road and all the time I've been out of the house. So it's decent, it's good, but it's not great, and with all the drama, yeah, it's challenging. But you know what? If I have these kind of weeks every week, I would lose it. But for the most part, it's been pretty smooth for the last several weeks. So can't complain. You know, I know I was kind of stressed out and wigging out during this video, and you know, granted, I've gone through a lot of annoying, and nothing major. I mean, nothing was major, but a lot of annoying situations, and so it is what it is. And so, yeah, another week as a truck driver and dealing with some of the annoying BS that comes with the territory, that comes with the job. So anyway, thank you for following me on this journey. I hope this shows you kind of like some of the annoying aspects of trucking. And you know, this isn't even major. There's people that get breakdowns, there's people that get into accidents, there's people that their tires catch on fire. There's a lot of stuff that happens, but you know, thank God I'm only dealing with this kind of stuff, and it's not that bad. You know, it isn't, even though I was wigging out, you know. Anyway, God bless all of you, and stay safe out there if you're driving, and peace until next time. Cheers.